If we use a solution of sodium chloride and spray over the snow, then that will decrease the freezing point of water to minus 15 degrees centigrade. It means if we spray a solution of sodium chloride over the freezed or the iced, then it will melt and flow out. It means the sodium chloride decrease the freezing point of water to minus 15 degrees centigrade, whereas the magnesium chloride decrease the freezing point of ice or water to minus 54 degrees centigrade. It means by the use of this salt, we can clear the ice deposited over the roads. Let us discuss. Solution of sodium chloride is used to clear the roads blocked by the ice. On spraying the solution of sodium chloride over snow, it will decrease the freezing point of ice hence melts away and the road is cleared. This is what we are discussing, the uses of sodium chloride, that it is used in the preparation of various chemicals, sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, which we will discuss in the next chapter. It is used in domestic purposes. We are using it to increase the taste of the food. It is necessary component of our diet because it is responsible for maintaining the salt water balance as well as responsible for the nervous coordination. It is used as preservative. We use in case of pickles. It is used in the preparation of soap. How? During preparation of soap, the resultant mixture, in that mixture the soap is dissolved in some cases. In order to precipitate that salt from the reaction mixtures, we add sodium chloride. It means sodium chloride is added to precipitate the soap from the solution. Next, it is used to clear the snow which is on the road during winter season or in certain countries, because the solution of sodium chloride decreases the freezing point of water and hence it melts and roads are clear. This is how we have discussed the uses of sodium chloride. Now we will discussing the chemical from sodium chloride. As I have told you that the sodium chloride it is used in the preparation of various chemicals, sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. We will be discussing about the preparation of sodium hydroxide from sodium chloride. Let us discuss chemicals from sodium chloride. The first what we will be discussing, that is sodium hydroxide, NaOH. This is also termed as sodium hydroxide. It is also known as caustic soda. Caustic soda. Caustic, we know the sodium hydroxide is the stronger base and it is corrosive in nature, therefore it is termed as caustic. And soda, it stands from sodium compound. It is also known as caustic soda. And so that in laboratory we have seen that it is in the form of a white crystalline pellet. It means it occurring, or its color is white. To the next, we will discuss the preparation of sodium hydroxide. Preparation of sodium hydroxide. In order to prepare sodium hydroxide, what we do? We take a concentrated solution of sodium hydroxide. We take a concentrated solution of sodium chloride in water. A concentrated solution of sodium chloride in water is termed as brine solution. We have already studied in class 9th that what is a saturated solution, what is a concentrated solution. It means if you have a beaker and having some water into it, and if you start dissolving 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, 3 teaspoon sodium chloride into it, then on dissolving a stage will reach that a next addition of sodium chloride into that water, it is not going to dissolve, but it is going to settle at the bottom. It means that solution is termed as saturated solution, in which the solution is termed as saturated solution because the added salt does not dissolve into it, but it settles down at the bottom. That type of solution is termed as saturated solution, concentrated solution. So for the preparation of sodium hydroxide, we take a concentrated solution of sodium chloride in water, that is known as brine. To the next, we will electrolyze the brine. On electrolysis of brine, we got sodium hydroxide together with 2 other important chemicals such as hydrogen and chlorine. Let us see how they are prepared. We take NaCl plus water. What is this? This is concentrated solution of sodium chloride in water. On electrolysis, it produces NaOH plus H2 plus Cl2. NaOH, it is sodium hydroxide. This one is hydrogen and this one is chlorine. Since the sodium hydroxide, it is an alkali, and what is here? Chlorine. It is also termed as chloroalkali process. To the next, let us discuss what are produced and where they are produced. The hydrogen is produced as cathode and the chlorine gas is produced as anode, whereas sodium hydroxide is produced near cathode. What happens? In order to prepare what sodium hydroxide is, you take a concentrated solution of sodium chloride in water, known as brine. On electrolysis of brine solution, chlorine gas is produced at anode, where oxidation occurs. Hydrogen gas is produced at cathode, where reduction occurs. And sodium hydroxide is produced near cathode. The next is that as this alkali is produced and the chlorine is produced in the process, as chlorine is produced and alkali is produced in the process, this process is also known as chloroalkali process. As in this electrolysis process, chlorine and alkali are produced. Therefore, it is termed as chloroalkali process. What we have studied? We have studied that in order to prepare the caustic soda or the sodium hydroxide, we take a brine solution. Brine solution, it means a concentrated solution of sodium chloride in water. It is termed as brine. On electrolysis of brine, hydrogen, what we have? Hydrogen is produced at cathode. Hydrogen is produced as cathode, where reduction occurs. And chlorine is produced at anode, where oxidation oxidation occur. Whereas sodium hydroxide, it is produced near cathode. In this process, what we see, chlorine and alkali are produced, therefore it is termed as chloroalkali process. This is all about the preparation of sodium hydroxide. To the next we will be discussing about the uses of what? Sodium hydroxide, hydrogen gas and chlorine gas one by one. We will be discussing that the sodium hydroxide has various uses. In class 10th we have discussed that the sodium hydroxide is used in the preparation of artificial fiber, that is rayon. Sodium hydroxide is used in preparation of pulp in paper industries. Sodium hydroxide is used in metallurgical process for the extraction of aluminum from bauxite ore. Sodium hydroxide, it is used in making dyes, it is used in making drugs and so many other substances. Let us discuss. The first one we will study in the next chapter, that the preparation of soap. We will prepare soap by the use of sodium hydroxide. That it is used, we will discussing the uses of sodium hydroxide. First, it is used in preparation of soap and detergent. The next, it is used in preparation of artificial fibers used in textile industry. The next, it is used in degreasing. Degreasing, it means to remove the grease of metal. Fourth, it is used in oil refining, making dyes and bleach To the next, 4, 5. It is used in paper industries. The next, it is used in metallurgical process, that is extraction of alumina from its ore, that is which ore? Bauxite. These are the uses of sodium chloride which we are discussing. Next to that, we will be discussing the use of what? Chlorine gas. We know chlorine gas, we will discuss that chlorine is highly electronegative, and due to its high electronegativity, it is used as bleach. It is also used as disinfectant. It means it kills the microorganisms present in the water. Therefore, it is used as disinfecting agent. It is also used as bleaching agent. It means it removes the color. This is how we know the two uses of chlorine, that it is disinfectant, it is used as bleach, it is used in the preparation of dye, it is used in the preparation of hydrochloric acid, it is used in the preparation of bleaching powder, it is used in the preparation of various chemical substances such as carbon tetrachloride. It is also used in the preparation of solvent, which is used in dry cleaning purposes. Let us discuss uses of hydrochloric acid, uses of chlorine. The first one, it is used in sterilizing drinking water. Sterilizing means to kill the microorganism present in the water. Drinking water. It means it is acting as disinfectant and thereby killing the microorganism present in water. The next, it is used in preparation of bleaching powder, that is calcium oxychloride. We will discuss in the next section how we will prepare the bleaching powder. The next, it is used in preparation of HCl, polyvinyl chloride, that is the covering of the wire. PVC, it is a polymer. Polyvinyl chloride, pesticides, chlorofluorocarbon.